Welcome to a journey through history's forgotten games and sports, the kind that won't be found in your average history book. Today we're embarking on a delightful exploration, a trip down the memory lane of historical games and sports you've never heard of. Our first pit stop is the medieval era, a time of knights and castles where the townsfolk found amusement in a game known as stool ball. Quite a curious name, isn't it? This game, believe it or not, served as a precursor to cricket and baseball. Imagine the townsfolk in their woolens and linens engaging in a spirited match of stool ball, their faces alight with excitement. The rules were simple, but the thrill was real. 2 teams, a ball and a stool as a wicket. The objective? To score runs by striking the ball and running between the wickets, all while preventing the opposing team from doing the same. So next time you're playing cricket or baseball, remember it all started with a stool and a ball. From the medieval town square, we now travel to the arenas of ancient Greece and the hills of Switzerland. Picture yourself in a dusty Greek arena where the sport of pankration held sway. This was no ordinary athletic competition. Pankration was a brutal blend of boxing and wrestling, with very few rules to temper its intensity. It was a test of raw strength, cunning and endurance that pushed the ancient athletes to their limits. Now let's take a scenic detour to the tranquil Swiss countryside. Here you would find the uniquely Swiss game of Hornüssen. This game is a curious mix of golf and baseball, where players use a flexible rod to strike a small rubber puck, aiming to send it as far as possible. The opposing team, armed with large wooden boards, attempt to block the puck, defending their territory. So if you thought your gym class was tough, imagine grappling in the pankration or defending your territory in Hornüssen. From the rough and tumble of ancient sports, we now move into the courtly elegance of France and the depths of British waters. Picture yourself in the 16th century, amidst the grandeur of French courts, where nobles and courtiers engaged in a game called Jeu de Paume. This wasn't your typical Sunday tennis match. With intricate rules and a heavy ball, Jeu de Paume was a challenging game that paved the way for modern tennis. Now let's swap our rackets for diving gear and plunge into the 1950s Britain. Here, a unique sport called octopush emerged. Think hockey, but underwater. Players glide through the water, pushing a puck along the pool floor with a small stick, aiming to score in the opponent's goal. It's a game of breath control, agility and teamwork. Who knew underwater hockey would be a thing, or that tennis had such a royal start? As the seasons change, let's explore some frosty favourites and Highland heroics. When winter blankets Sweden, it heralds the arrival of a unique sport, jousting on ice, a quirky blend of skating and jousting. This game sees participants glide on frozen lakes, engaging in friendly competitions that are as thrilling as they are chilling. But the chill of winter isn't exclusive to Sweden. Let's hop over to Scotland, where burly athletes brave the cold to participate in the caber toss. A staple of the Highland Games, this test of strength and balance involves hoisting a massive log, or caber, and flipping it end over end. It's a spectacle of strength that brings a whole new meaning to throwing your weight around. So if you ever find yourself on a frozen lake, why not try a joust? Or if you're feeling particularly strong, give the caber toss a go. As our journey nears its end, we head to South Asia for a game that has stood the test of time. Let's delve into the world of kabaddi, a sport that has been played for centuries. This game is a unique blend of tag and wrestling, where a single raider ventures into the opponent's territory, aiming to tag as many defenders as possible, and then return to their side of the court without being tackled. It's a test of speed, strength and strategy, and a thrilling spectacle to behold. Now we circle back to the present, wrapping up our time travels, and there you have it, a whirlwind tour of historical games and sports that may have slipped through the cracks of mainstream history. Whether it's hitting stools, flipping cabers, or playing underwater hockey, these forgotten pastimes remind us that the human spirit has always found joy and camaraderie in the spirit of play.